Moba. Hey there, button mashers. Zek here with Press Start.
I'm Nelly D. Relish.
Welcome to Pause Menu, the weekly show that goes over top news stories of the week. And this week we're going to get right into it with some updates to games, followed by some new games coming up, and then of course we have Dice Awards.
Ooh.
That was crazy. Wait till we get to that. Big news there. But first up, we got the game updates that are kind of just changing and things, games that are coming up that have made some announcements before the game came out. First up, we have Rust's new update. It's kind of surprising what they've done with it.
Indeed. So, all the zombies in Rust are now gone. Yeah, I guess originally the developers said that they didn't really want to keep the zombies, that they were just kind of there in the beginning, and they decided to do it in their latest update on February 6th, because the longer they put it off, they know how much people will get upset.
Yeah.
But yeah, they really just wanted to separate themselves from the zombie survival genre. In the update, they have replaced all the zombies with like red bears and wolves. It's just temporary. They say they're gonna have something else added on later on, and the developers said all will be revealed soon.
Yeah, I will admit the game never stated or ever called themselves a zombie survival game. They've always called themselves a survival game. Making sure to keep that zombie statement separate from their title. So I can't say I'm surprised, but at the same time, it's kind of was starting to become that common system in the game. You were expecting zombies. So it's a smart move to get rid of it now instead of hanging on to it and getting more people used to zombies and being upset when they finally get rid of them. So
I just wonder what they have to replace them. I mean, now
that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. Maybe werewolves?
Well, werewolves. That could be interesting. I was thinking more like Neanderthals or bandits or something, maybe.
Maybe.
Because it is all about survival, so.
Yeah, so stay tuned and we'll let you know.
When we find out what they're putting in, we'll let you know. Next game coming up, we actually have some updates from Deep Down, Capcom's new game that, as far as I'm concerned, is going to be a very strong competitor to the Dark Souls franchise. A I'm going to die a lot game.
Not a Nelly game.
Yeah, those seem to be becoming very popular, which on one hand I'm kind of happy because they bring back that challenge that have been missing in some games. So it's a little too much at times, but it's fun. It can have those moments. It's being delayed in Japan and still no word if it's going to get released in the West, but of course they keep giving us westernized trailers to like a lot of the game companies and game reviewers and stuff, saying, kind of hinting that it will, but they haven't announced anything yet. The game was supposed to release beta this month, but they're now pushing the beta back to end of summer, kind of quoting that they want to make sure that nobody says that their game could have been done on PS3. They want to make sure that it's a PS4 game, that is using the PS4 hardware and that they are using it to its full extent. So no one ever can say, well, that could have been done on PS3. Why?
Exactly.
So,
just like those words.
Exactly. So once we get some updates on when the beta gets to opening, we'll let you guys know so you can go ahead and sign up. All right, we got another update from another game coming up soon. What we got going on?
So we have a bunch of pre-orders galore. Yay! So as many of you know, the new trend for when you pre-order a game at a certain shop is you get a certain item or a certain downloadable content.
Specific to that store or location.
Exactly. So, with the Infamous Second Son's coming out, it's definitely a big game. A lot of people are really excited and like the Infamous series. But the thing is, there's a lot of confusion about what exactly you're going to get depending on where you pre-order it.
Yep.
Literally, GameSpot has a whole file just dedicated to listing out every single store and what you're going to get if you buy a pre-order through it. And even then, we're not really sure. Like, the standardized one is you will get the limited edition version of the game, which also comes with 3 vests that are like downloadable in the game. However, the picture shows 4 vests, so you're not exactly sure which kind of vest you're getting. I mean, it's not a huge deal to the regular player, but for those super hardcore gamers out there, you're not really sure what you're gonna get. So it's like.
So now we're going to move on to new games that are coming out and some releases and announcements and stuff like that. First one that kind of caught my eye was the new Sonic Boom game. They're completely changing stuff. They're going to a new story, a new thing, set in the same world, but a completely different storyline and stuff. Kind of like how they've done in other games where just no relation to the previous games, but the same world and same characters. What they're doing is they're taking the Sonic characters and changing them as well to make them look a little more mature and ready for an adventure, like with athletic tape and things like that, scarves.
They hit puberty finally! Yay!
Yeah, they look like they've gotten up to an older teenager age and stuff. It's a good. I'm liking the look. I'm really surprised by Knuckles' change. He just looks like he's been to the gym and lifts.
He's like Mr. T.
Like seriously, this guy looks like if he hit you, you would like cry for years. my God.
Exactly.
But I'm liking the art style. The concept is interesting. From the demo of the trailer they put up, it looks like it's going to be more of an open world 3D styling with the speed, and you could work together with some characters, control them by themselves, and it could be like a local co-op thing, which could be interesting. Potential. The main thing that they're doing, though, is they're really just trying to hit us big with this. They're bringing out a cartoon series on Cartoon Network and a toy line. So they're really pushing this. I kind of hope for it, but the most into the kind of the sad fun thing is Nintendo only.
Yeah.
They're bringing it out for the Wii U and the 3DS only. So I don't know how strong this is going to hit.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, it's aimed towards the little kids, so hopefully.
We'll see how that goes. We'll keep you up to date on it and see how things change. Alright, so next game we got coming out is Evolve. What is this one? I'm actually not sure of this one yet.
So this is a new game coming out by Turtle Rock Studios, and if you don't know, they made Left 4 Dead. And this is their new game, and instead of getting a teaser trailer, which, you know, kind of tells us when the game's coming out, they actually made a teaser trailer that tells us when the actual game trailer is coming out.
Yep.
Which, by the way, is February 11th. They
So
have
about this game then?
Yeah, they had a mother playing in the background, so that was kind of cool.
Interesting.
From that Zing, if you guys are too young to know that.
So we'll find out what this game Evolve is come February 11th. We'll that week we will let you know what we found out. So the next game coming up is from Deep Silver. They're not making a new game. They're actually doing something with Dead Island for the internet. They're making a MOBA, or as they're going to call it, a Zomba.
Because it's Evolve Zombies! Ha! Yay!
It's a MOBA. Multiplayer online battle arena game, similar to Dota and stuff like that, but slightly different. This is going to have 3 teams instead of the standard 2. And the objective here is not just to kill each other and take over the enemy opponent. It's all about getting supplies, holding key points, and blasting zombies, of course.
Yes.
That's what Dead Island is known for. Dead Island is also known for crafting, weapon crafting specifically. And it was definitely when I saw this, like, wait, what's going to happen to crafting? How do you do that in a MOBA? Because I've seen Dota and things like that and Smite and those games, so I've looked at them and I'm like, okay, how are they going to do weapon crafting? But they've promised that weapon crafting, being integral to the, or key to the whole Dead Island franchise, it will be in the game. So how they're going to pull this off, I'm very interested in seeing how that's going to work.
Yeah,
so
the whole concept is kind of weird. It's not a typical game that you would expect there to be a MOBA of, so.
Because MOBAs are usually very fast-paced and action and just go, go, go. How are you going to take the time to craft things, collect supplies, and use them and whatever not?
Yeah.
How are they going to interpret Dead Island into this, I'm not sure. So it'll be interesting to see. We'll give you updates as we get them, and we'll see what happens there. So no release date yet on the game. We'll give you a heads up once we find that out as well. Moving on from that, we have Transformers.
So yeah, Jagex, you guys might remember them from RuneScape.
Blast from the past.
Yeah,
Holy crap.
Jesus. They are coming out with a new game for Transformers, and they are calling it the Massively Online Tactical Action Game, or MOTA for short. Now,
hint MOBA.
yeah, basically. Yeah, what does that mean in general? Everyone's just kind of like, okay, whatever, you can call whatever you want. So it's kind of like a cross between like all these MOBA games and Pokemon, because basically you are in control of the squad of Transformers. You get to, you know, get all the Transformers, sort of maintain this group, and send them off into battle. So
Against other squads or players.
Exactly.
So we don't know how many teams are going to be involved, and we need more information.
Yeah.
The trailer did look good, though.
Yes, it did. It looked really awesome. So
Graphic quality was pretty nice, actually, for Jagex, which is known for RuneScape, which is not a graphically beautiful game.
Yes. So definitely check the trailer out if you haven't already. And also, the game enters beta this summer, and you can sign up for the pre-release trial period at the game's website. So check it out if you're interested.
So yeah, I'm definitely noticing that a lot of games are trying to fit this whole MOBA, this craze that is going because of Dota 2. Dota is making so much money, and so is the other ones, so a lot of game developers are coming out with this new styling of gaming, and we're going to start to see a huge saturation, and some of these games are going to fall apart, sadly.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
We'll see
which ones do well and which ones, unfortunately, just cripple and die. So, just recently, Activision made an announcement about their Call of Duty franchise, and that they're going to be changing things up.
Yay!
They slightly listened to us, but in a odd way, because, of course, we all know Call of Duty comes out every single year with a new game. Now, technically, the games do go through a 2-year dev cycle. They have 2 developers working on the games right now. I believe it is Treyarch and Infinity Ward are the 2 developers that work on their games. One comes out 1 year, one comes out the next year, so they get a total of 2 years to work on the game. But, of course, a lot of the complaints have been each game is pretty much the exact same as the other one. So they're like, what can we do? Well, we'll give them 3 years to work on the game. So wait, does that mean we'll get a 1 year break for Call of Duty? Nope. We have to have this as an annual game. We need money every year. So they're bringing in
the cow.
Exactly. So they're gonna bring in another developer. You may actually recognize the name, Sledgehammer. They're the ones who co-helped make Modern Warfare 3. That did not go well. So we're not sure what this is going to do to the franchise. Is it going to help them? Is it going to make it worse? This does give them 3 years to work on a Call of Duty game, so maybe we'll see some improvements since they'll have more time to work on it. I really want a good Call of Duty game, a first-person military shooter. I would love to see a good one that is not just online gaming. I really want that. It'd be fun. I love any game, really. Yeah. I'll play it as long as it's good. So I'm hoping that we'll get something good out of this. So good luck.
See. Yeah, good luck,
guys. We'll see. Take the time, make a good game. Moving on from that, finally we've hit it. The DICE Awards of 2014. Now this one had both developers, reviewers, and all sorts of things, and fans voting on this. So we really got a full pool full spectrum of people voting on this. So you really couldn't lean it one way or the other. And Last of Us stole the show.
Literally.
Literally.
We like scrolled down and it was like Last of Us, Last of Us, Last of Us, Last of Us.
10 out of the 24 awards went to Last of Us, with some of the things as Game of the Year, Outstanding Innovation in Gaming,
Outstanding Achievement in Story,
and many more.
It's amazing.
So many of the awards went to that game, which just kind of, to me, shows just how big this game really was. Again, non-gamers know about this game. Other things we want to mention about the DICE Awards was Grand Theft Auto did actually get something. One thing, which was Outstanding Achievement in Gameplay Engineering. So their mechanics of things, which I will give them that. They had amazing water graphics and stuff like that. A lot of the machines worked well. The customization in the cars were really good, and the city looked amazing. So I will give them that. They definitely earned that one. Otherwise, BioShock actually got 2 awards.
Yep, Action Game of the Year and Original Music Composition. So
good job there. Way to go. And one other one that I think you were really happy to see.
Yes. XCOM Any Moon Within got Strategy Simulation Game of the Year, which was really cool. It beat out the Civilization game and a couple other ones. So
some really big strategy games. So
it's a really good game if you like it. I love it. I've been playing it all the time. You might see something on my channel soon. Maybe.
Oh yeah, that's our show for the week. Some interesting stuff going on. Some good games possibly coming out. Some things we need to look into more.
It's a lot of new releases coming out this week. It's really nice to see that things are starting to pick up and that things are starting to move again.
Yeah, great stuff this week. For the gamer question of the week, I'm very interested in what you guys think about DICE. Again, we're going to go back to awards and ceremonies and stuff like that. What do you think of the results of the DICE 2014 awards, and does this have any sort of reflection on the other 2 game awards that seemed very biased to other games? Is this one just another one that people banded together to make sure this one won this time, or was this earned? What do you think? Let us know in the comments down below. If you comment, your comment will show up on the next episode, so make sure you do. Till next time, guys, I'm Zach Press Start.
I'm LED Relish.
Keep pressing those buttons. See ya.
Bye.
That week we will let you know what we found out. Till next time, guys. No, I don't know what I was saying there.
What the hell? You want to end it now? Go ahead.
Sure. Okay. That's pretty much our show for this week.
Don't forget the last bit of news here.
Yeah. Right there. Right there.